Hello and welcome to the Daily Draft, where we take Magic one draft at a time. My name is Morgan, and this is a triple Ravnica City of Guilds pack draft. This is the first Flashback Friday, I believe, of our new schedule, because I've had a lot of stuff going on and have not been able to actually record a Flashback draft, which is fine. Like, we missed 9th edition and Champions full block, I think. I am recording this on a Tuesday, which means it is triple Ravnica rather than Ravnica Dissension. If only so that I can draft 3 packs worth of compulsive researches. Like that card a lot. So we're gonna see if we can't do something really cool in this draft. Here is the named compulsive research. There's also a Civic Wayfinder, a Last Gasp, and a Hammerfist Giant. Hammerfist Giant is a 5/4 for 6 that taps to deal 4 damage to each creature without flying, including itself and each player. Probably like a more good pick would be Last Gasp. Hammerfist Giant is pretty sweet though. Civic Wayfinder is also pretty great. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle your library. I feel like it's like Hammerfist Giant is good. It's not so much better than Civic Wayfinder, Compulsive Research, and Last Gasp that it's a snap first pick. But Alkin Dismisser is also pretty cool. Also happens to be very good against Hammerfist Giant. I think I still take it though. Let's see. We've got Faith's Fetters, which is very good. It's also, in our colors. There's a Twisted Justice. Target player sacrifices a creature. You draw cards equal to that creature's power. It is 2 different colors than the Hammerfist Giant. There's a 5/5 for 6 that needs to be... This card seems pretty sweet, actually. Maybe it'll wheel. I'm definitely not taking it over Faith's Fetters, but seems really sweet with Hammerfist Giant anyway. So Faith's Fetters, just very good. None of these cards are great. I guess Scatter the Seeds is probably the best card in the pack. Rally the Righteous, untap target creature, and each other creature that shares a color with it. Those creatures get +2/+0 until end of turn. It's a Boros card. Veteran Armor, other creatures you control get +1/+0. Good with Hammerfist Giant, although Hammerfist Giant does kill the Veteran Armor when you activate it. I think I just take Scatter the Seeds. If I get multiple of those, it's pretty good. Best card in the pack, again, is Disembowel. Well, not again, but for the first time, best card in the pack is Disembowel. Flight of Fancy, sweet with Hammerfist Giant. Not the best card, though. So we're just going to take the removal spell. We're not really devoted to a color. Disembowel is splashable. Faith's Fetters is splashable. Speaking of splashing cards, we've got Farseek here. There's also Golgari Signet. Snapping Drake is good. I think I just take the Golgari Signet. It means that we don't need to be playing green to splash something. There's another Scatter the Seeds. There's a Bell Tower Sphinx. Guardian of the Vitu-Ghazi. I think I'd rather just take a Scatter the Seeds. Probably not playing this Hammerfist Giant, but I will happily take a Siege Worm. Siege Worm is a 5/5 for 7 with Convoke and Trample. Like Scatter the Seeds, you can tap creatures while you cast a spell, and each creature you tap while casting a spell pays for 1 mana or 1 mana of that creature's color, and so it's pretty good. I could take a Translumiant. I think I just want a Fists of Ironwood, though. Probably not playing this Hammerfist Giant. I guess Translumiant allows me to cast Siege Worm a little bit easier. But so does Fists of Ironwood. Fists of Ironwood also gives Trample, which I think is the tiebreaker. Trample is pretty relevant. Dimir Houseguard is sweet. It has Fear, which means it can't be blocked except for by black creatures or artifact creatures. Also, look at this. Prevent all damage that would be dealt by creatures this way. But Svagthos is like a great game ender. I think I just take this Svagthos. So we've got Translumiant, we've got Shambling Shell. Dryad's Caress is not what we were taking. Twisted Justice seems like it is this is very late for it, though. Target player sacrifices a creature and you draw cards equal to the creature's power. I'm not going to say no to wheeling what I consider to be like the second best card in that pack. Dimir Signets and Bounce Lands and stuff are also pretty available. I think I want the Elvish Sky Sweeper here. I could see taking the Roofstalker white, though. Sky Sweeper to me is fine. Ethereal Usher seems good, but I think I just want the 3-drop. And I'll take another 3-drop. Yeah. This deck is looking sweet so far. It's got Scatter the Seeds, it's got Fists of Ironwood, it's got a big guy. Maybe we'll wheel that Conclave Guardian. Is that what that's called? Enchanted creature gets +1 or +0/+2 for each other creature you control. And a playable card. Hammerfist Giant's a little awkward because there's only one color combination in the set that has red in it. So, yeah, just a little awkward. Here, there's like a Golgari Rotworm and a Dimir Aqueduct in the pack as the best cards. I think I take the Dimir Aqueduct because I have Twisted Justice, and I do really want to play it. Also, Bounce Lands are just pretty good overall. But yeah, so taking this kind of prices you into being like an unsupported color combination because the set supports red, white, Boros. It supports green, white. It supports blue, black, and green, black as well. Let's see, I could take a Translumiant, take a Mausoleum Turnkey, which is probably just the choice. There's a Fists of Ironwood and a Selesnya Signet as well, but I think I just want the Turnkey. Turnkey, and when it enters the battlefield, return target creature of an opponent's choice from your graveyard to your hand. So we've got Selesnya Evangel. It's a 2-drop that has 1 and tap an untapped creature you control to put a 1/1 Saproling token on the battlefield. There is a Firemane Angel, flying first strike at the beginning of your upkeep. You can gain a bunch of life, or you can pay 10 to return it from your graveyard to the battlefield. There's this guy. Whenever an aura becomes attached to Bramble Elemental, put 2 1/1 green Saprolings onto the battlefield, and we have approximately 1 aura right now. There's also Elves of Deep Shadow, which is a mana dork. There's a Selesnya Sanctuary. Bramble Elemental is pretty sweet. I think I'd rather have just the Elves of Deep Shadow or the Selesnya Evangel, though. I think it's just the Elves. So, I guess Selesnya Signet's a good pickup. There's a Centaur Safeguard, which is a 3/1 for 3. Phytohydra is funny, but I don't think I actually want it. I'm gonna take the Selesnya Signet so I can splash the Faith's Fetters. Like, this card's playable. It's basically Falter. Ooh, Sandsower is very good. You tap 3 untapped creatures you control to tap target creature, and definitely worth taking, I think. Well, Dimir Signet's... What? Dreamleash has to be, like, really good, right? I mean, I don't think I take it. I think I take the Dimir Signet instead. Or, like, Roofstalker White, but... that doesn't seem right. They'll be dealt to creatures you control by sources you control. Oh, combo. I'm just gonna take Strands of Undeath. Strands of Undeath is like Faith Fetters in that it has an enters the battlefield ability. Don't really want to play this card. Guess I take Caregiver. Alright, so we're into pack 3, and we don't have a lot of good green cards right now, but we do have some reasonable black cards, some reasonable-ish, some very good white cards, and an okay white card. We're gonna take this Reign of Embers. Seems like it would be bad for me if my opponents had it. Stoneseater Hierophant also always seemed like good to me just because the format had bounce lands in it. So like untapping a land could produce 2 mana. Ooh, Thought Picker Witch. Probably not playing that card. If I can manage it. I don't know. This deck is a little all over the place right now. There's a Disembowel. There's a Guardian of the Vitu-Ghazi. There's an Aura Touched Mage for Strands of Undeath. I think I just take the Disembowel here. Lore Broker. Disembowel is pretty close to unconditional. There are a couple regenerators in the format, which is a little awkward, but I'm gonna go ahead and take Civic Wayfinder here. Overwhelm actually seems good, but I think I'd rather just have a 3-drop that gets my mana, makes my mana a little bit better. Could take Greater Mossdog, could take Gather Courage, could also take Conclave Equinaut and kind of give up on my black cards a little bit more. I like that idea. Rootkin Ally seems sweet. There's also a Last Gasp in the pack, though. Tap 2 untapped creatures you control to get +2/+2 until end of turn. I think I just take the Last Gasp. It is black, which makes it a little bit awkward. We're not playing these cards, probably, if we can help it. We could be splashing for, like, Turnkey and Disembowel and Twisted Justice. In which case, Rootkin Ally would be better. I think I just take the Last Gasp, though. Here, could take Netherborn Phalanx, which is good against us. Gets a Twisted Justice from our deck. I think I just take the Guardian, though. Oh, gosh, that card costs 8. Alright. Did not realize. Here I'll take the Rootkin Ally. Feeling okay about this deck. Not great, but okay. There's another Mortipede, there's another Sky Sweeper, there's a Clinging Darkness. Could hate draft this Vidalcan Dismisser, which I'm going to do. Alright, so we've got Bramble Elemental and Elves of Deep Shadow. What do I have for enchantments? I have the Fists, and then could play the Strands. I think I'm just going to take the Elves. I need more low drops so that I can play my high drops, go figure, and it also allows me to splash the removal that I am. Alright, I'll take another Guardian of the Vitu-Ghazi. Sure, I can do that. That's what this deck wants, right? Cut this caregiver now, I think. This compulsive research probably shouldn't be in the pack. I'm going to take it. I might play it. I probably shouldn't. I don't have a lot of ways to splash it. I love this art. Take the Gather Courage, put it in my sideboard. Recollect. Dimir Houseguard, also good. I like Recollect, though. Matchups can get kind of grindy. Getting back a Twisted Justice or a Disembowel seems good. Probably not playing this compulsive research as much as I'd like to. Don't get me wrong. Is playing 2 Guardian of the Vitu-Ghazi too many? I don't know. Maybe I cut the Elvish Skysweeper, although I kind of like that card. Search your library for up to 3 creature cards are revealed. Alright. So, what do I want to cut? It's probably like one of these 8-drops and maybe the brown scale or Farseek, actually. We'll cut the Farseek. We don't need it. What's mana fixing? Ha! Mana fixing. We're kind of like splashing everything, aren't we? Or like green splash. Yeah. So, don't really need 5 of those. Yeah, this looks sweet. I could see playing things like Vidalcan Dismisser and compulsive research if I really wanted. But I think I just want to do this and submit. I'll see you guys in round 1.